So what were the big things you did in science this year?
The biggest thing is that I joined an oceans co-op that my mom founded.
What's the name of the Oceans Co-op?
Healing Oceans Together, and H2O for short.
So what did you do with Healing Oceans Together?
First, learning about marine invertebrates, and then hosting a beauty contest, and then trying to crochet a coral reef, which we're still working on, and then getting into designing a card game.
So what did you learn about ocean invertebrates?
Mostly about sea slugs,
What did you learn about sea slugs?
what they eat and what eats them, and where they live and how they live, and yet they're so vibrant.
And what did you do with that knowledge?
Then we hosted a sea slug beauty contest on the website and invited everyone to come vote, which they did. And the one you won was the one you I nominated.
And did you do workshops?
Yeah.
What did you do at the workshops?
I think we made clay model of sea slugs and wrote little sea slug cards, and Mom threw a sea slug puppet show.
Well, coral are invertebrates as well.
Yep.
What
So
have
are
you-
lobsters.
And so are lobsters. What have you learned about coral?
Mostly about where it lives and what it eats, and what eats it is eaten by what.
Have you learned about why the coral reefs are in danger?
Of course.
What have you learned?
But they're in danger due to pollution and ocean acidification and rising pH levels and rising ocean levels and drought and overfishing and general wreckage.
So what do you guys want to do about all of that?
Our club is planning to raise awareness about that to the general public
And how are you going to raise awareness?
by doing workshops and making a card game that teaches people about the oceans and crocheting a coral reef that is not done yet, but it will be in a very long time.
And where is the coral reef?
It's in downtown Cary at Chambers Arts.
What has been the best part of H2O for you?
The crocheted coral reef, I think. Yeah.
You enjoyed that project
Yeah.
the most?
Yeah.
How about the card game that you're working on?
That's okay. But I had to design a bunch of different cards entirely by myself.
How are you going to finish making the game?
By going to the Virgin Islands to research on the coral reefs.
What other science classes have you taken this year?
I took a class on light and optics in Learning Iowa Co-op.
And what else?
And I took some educational ballistics classes.
What did you do in those classes?
Mostly I learned about the science of projectiles and explosives, which sounds fun, and it is. And constructed a functional catapult. It doesn't really fling really big things, but it flings small things. But it works.
How about math? What did you do in math this year?
Mostly I used a computer program for math learning, and I took some classes with Miss Maria.
What were some of the things you did with Miss Maria?
I did some photography classes that linked into math concepts.
Those are math tricks.
Yeah. And I learned stuff like how to write the symbol for the golden ratio, and how to divide 3/4 by 7/8.
Oh, right. How did you learn about dividing fractions by fractions?
It was a really, really long process, and I wrote a couple of books, really short books on it.
That was fun, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you made a lot of progress in math this year, didn't you?
Yeah.
And we spent a lot of time doing stuff with the Healing Oceans Together, not just on your own, but in working outreach to the public and all of that, didn't you?
Yeah.
So it's been a busy year,
Yep.
but a good one, right?
Yep.